Very good evening and welcome to this Ask Me Anything session. So, thank you so much. I see people have already joined and we are getting some good messages. So, if you are here, then give us some shots of happiness just by writing your names, probably. I have Dr. Rujuta with me. She's my colleague, Dr. Rujuta Patil. Well, today we are in a very casual way. We want to discuss things in a sense that I will take up your questions if you have any in terms of medical writing, scientific writing, all about the industry and how you can start your career or whether you can do it or not, all those stuff. So I think Rujuta is ready to shoot me with questions. By seeing her face, I can understand that. So that is all the agenda all about here. And if you are here, if you're listening to us at this live, you've joined the live, then just make sure that you post your questions. I'll be happy to answer them. And probably you can also come up on live on screen here. So let's see. It's going to be fun. Yes. So I think I'm ready to get shooted. And also, Rujuta, I have a lot of questions to you as well.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Good evening, everybody. Hi, hellos to all those who are in the live. And yes, ma'am, as you said, my mind is full of different kinds of questions regarding scientific and medical writing, and I'm going to put those forward to you one by one. So, ma'am, my first question is like, we hear a lot about medical writing and scientific writing these days, especially with the COVID that's hit us. Like
Hmm.
uh, it has become the buzzword, if I'm not wrong. So,
Right.
what exactly is this scientific writing, and what is the market size of this? I want to know about that, ma'am.
Okay, I think that's a very good question. So when you talk about market size and when you talk about scientific writing or medical writing per se, so let us take it as more of like medical writing market. So if you ask me to say some stats, so I can put it across like this: that when every market gets valued at certain point of time, that is how it goes. So medical writing market size, there is a prediction which is always given for any market. So probably when it was in 2021, the market size was estimated to be probably around 3.5 billion, USD. And the growth rate, the annual growth rate, which we call as CAGR, is almost predicted to be 10.5% as of now during the forecast period of, say, till 2030. So basically, it's a very, very big market, and it is an extremely exponentially growing market. So that is what I can say about this question, what you asked me about the market. It's a very growing market, to put it in a very simple terms.
So I think it's right what I have heard that the market is big, it's huge, it's growing,
Yeah.
and it is something that everybody would want to jump into, and everybody should try their hands on also. So I
Hmm.
guess I'm right in that. So my next question is, how is this market basically segregated? How is this medical writing and scientific market segregated?
I think it's a good question, and I need to answer it in a little bit. I'll take a little bit of length of time, because when you ask me segmentation, well, when we segment a market, there are different ways to do it. Particularly talking about this medical writing, or as such a writing industry, that way. So I can say that we can segment it in basis of type. We can segment it in basis of application, end use, and region. So what is this? So by type means like what we are talking about, like medical writing, then we have scientific writing, then we have regulatory writing, and probably we keep other type of writings in a category of others. So if you go by application, by application means like where you are seeing this type of work, in which industry it is getting more applications. Like for example, by application, when we try to segment this market, it would be probably medical education, then medical journalism, and another is medical marketing. And whatever left out, again, we can put it in others category. Again, by end use of segmentation, uh, by that I mean that which type of industry is using this. As of now, If I talk about the by if I have to segment this market in terms of end users, probably pharmaceutical companies are at the topmost. Then comes like the contract research organization, CROs, that we generally call, and all other end users, or we can group as kind of others. And if I give you a market segmentation in terms of a global way, like for example by region, so we have North America, like US, Canada, which is by value and by the being an end user, whatever way, no, that's the topmost one. Second comes Europe, like the countries like France, Germany, UK, Italy, all those stuff. Then Asia Pacific. So here comes Japan, China, India, Malaysia, South Korea. Then you have Latin America. Then you have Middle East and Africa. So, kind of this way, if we understand this segregation well, I mean, that's a very good question. I appreciate your question, because the problem with medical writing and scientific writing is that it's a thriving industry. And when it started, mostly people started it in a way, not in a very well formed, well trained way, because there was a kind of education which was not focused to make somebody medical writer. But I think with
Yes.
COVID or whatever be the thing, this scenario has changed a lot. So now people are trying to get into the market, but again, when you are a beginner, or when you are a fresher, or you want to switch your career, um, so there becomes the problem, because this segmentation is not understood well. And if we understand the segmentation, it is easy for a person to understand that where I can fit in, which type
Yes.
of area, or where should I go. I mean, practically speaking, if we understand the segmentation well, we have an idea that where can I find my niche, and which country should I look for, or whatever. I mean, things like that, or what would be the application part. So whether it is journalism, whether it is medical marketing, whether it is education, how exactly am I going to engage myself, or think my career in that way. Yeah. So that was a long answer, by the way. So oh,
Yes, 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 ma'am. I
yeah,
totally agree with this. Like, whenever we think of anybody thinks of even getting into the scientific and medical writing industry and wants to make a career in this, it's not just a single word or single terminology. It's huge. It's an ocean, and we really need to understand where exactly we want to place ourselves into and where our interest lies. So I think
right.
finding a niche is very much important, and I totally agree with this, ma'am. And with this, I think we also have so many questions from other users, ma'am. Like,
Yeah,
we got so many messages, and there were so many messages put up in our inbox, and I think I'll just see few of them, and we'll try to answer those, ma'am. Can
yeah.
I ask the questions? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I think before that we have somebody who has already joined here. I see.
Yes.
I'll just bring her up, because she also has a question. And anybody in the audience who are listening right now, this will not be here. We can't do this again in the recorded version. If you want to come on screen with us, just write in chat. We'll make some provision for you. But right now, I think I have Dr. Priya Verma. Hi. Good evening, Priya. How are
Hi,
you?
hi, hi. I'm good. Hi, Dr. Gargi, and hi, Dr. Rujita.
Hello, Priya.
First of all, thank you for this session. I have a very basic question, though a part of this has been answered by Dr. Gargi, but still I want to answer, know it again.
Yeah,
So, is
please, please.
medical writing also from someone from a different scientific field, such
Hmm.
as I'm a PhD in chemistry? So, is this for me as well? And also, suppose I continue my journey as a medical writer. So,
Hmm.
deciding a niche is a really hard task for me. And what should I start with? Should I start with a blog writing, or just directly dwell into some clinical research writing? What should I do?
Okay, I think that's a very practical and very good question. And I know your extensive academic background, Priya. I mean, it is fantastic to know that in a person like you coming up and asking this question actually makes us really happy. So let me take your first question. That like I understand that you are from chemistry background. So see, in medical writing, if you ask me scientific or medical writing, one question which I get, that can I do it? Is it for me? So well, this might be generalized way, but then this is my personal opinion. If some of you don't agree with it, I respect that, but I will be happy to share my insight. Medical writing or scientific writing per se can be done by anybody, but there is a way to do it. We need to develop our skills. Now, coming to your question specifically, that being from a background, not from a medical background or life sciences, or probably uh, that those fields would be a little advantageous when you are coming in into medical writing, when you have an academic background from medicine or life sciences per se, definitely it's a plus. But doesn't mean that it's not for anybody else. Like you said, chemistry. So if I have to answer your skills for, I'll tell you five, 4 5 points. One is, see, any skill, like for example, when you have learned chemistry, um, like you have also done research, scientific research, data analysis, critical thinking, and all those stuff which is required. Now all these skills are very very important when you are coming into the right medical writing, and can be applied for, to interpret or communicate complex medical stuff and scientific information very effectively. So basically your skills which you have already, it's there, it's transferable. That is what I am trying to say. Second, learning ability. I know that from it's just in our human mind that if we today want to become, tomorrow I want to become a coder or programmer. Today, in today's world, it is not impossible to become that. So same way, the your background in chemistry might not have covered medical specific knowledge, but you will have you already have a very strong foundation in scientific research. So you will be a very quick learner. So just you need to get adapted with the new kind of subject matters. And that's what you medical writing, you have to select some area where you feel that you would be good about. Second, third is that medical writing or any kind of scientific writing per se needs a lot of collaborative work, interdisciplinary teams. When you work like literally in an organization, or even if you are a freelancer, you will have to collaborate with people, starting from healthcare professional and stuff like that. So whether you are from chemistry background or life sciences or dental or medical, these are very common skills that if we are not good at, then we have to really relook, and we really need to understand. So you have been a PhD in chemistry, so I'm pretty sure that you know how to collaborate and work in a team. So these are my takes. And continuous learning is something that anybody can do. So that is why scientific and medical writing anybody can do, according to me. Again, it's a generalized answer. Second part of your question was how to choose, like it's overwhelming, and then how do I know where to go, which industry to step in when it comes to medical writing. So my understanding is that when you are coming from a background like chemistry, you will have to find out those areas where there is an intersection of chemistry and healthcare. So probably, for example, topics or areas, or that comes is definitely pharmaceutical industry is good for you, drug development, pharmacology, toxicology, because all these areas are very good because you already have a chemistry background, and you can and this helps you to niche down your expertise. And probably even if you are getting into a communication field, so medical communication, medical marketing, probably you will be a better marketability wise, it will be great for you as a medical writer if you are looking into some areas where chemistry intersects healthcare. So that would be my answer.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is what I was looking for, and maybe people like me would be really interested in doing all these things.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you, Priya. Thank you so much. We
Thank
have a lot of questions coming in, so let me see if I can if we can take it up. Okay, thank you, Priya.
thank you so much.
Yeah, bye bye. Okay, so yes, Ruchita, you
Thank you,
can
Priya.
just, yeah, you can just tell me about the questions, or if you have anything. Yeah, I also see a lot of questions here in the comments. Yeah.
Yes, 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 ma'am.
Okay, I think I
Ma'am, there
can.
is one question. It's
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. We'll take
This
questions
one.
from comments, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this is like I'm a dentist.
Yeah, that's
I want to work as a scientific content writer. What
correct.
should be my next step? Well,
Yes.
you are a dentist and you want to be a scientific content writer. First of all, you have to understand that what you like. One is that do you like to write scientific articles, or you like to do communication, like talking about some medicine or some procedure to to a layman public. So how you want it to be. So if it depends on your preference, so accordingly you have to first segregate that first segregation is very much important, that whether you want to go it to be a very the typical research writing you like, or you want communication. So once that demarcation is done, so probably two three things to start with that I always suggest is, first you have to tell people that you are credible for scientific writing. And how do you do that? According to me and my personal experience, what I can tell you, what only what I have done is that you have to use the power of social media. And for these things you can first go ahead and think how to talk about something which you like in this field. So again, as I said, if it is communication, then probably you can start talking about your dental field only. You talk about the dental procedures and you start writing on LinkedIn, and do some activity where people will and optimize your LinkedIn profile so that people can understand that you are a person who is credible to do this kind of a content writing or whatever research writing. So that is something which that is the start point. So next you have to definitely upgrade your skills accordingly. So yeah, thank you for that question. Um, is there any other question you want to ask, Rujita?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Please.
There is one question that says, I left my corporate job for parenting and now
Mm.
I'm on a career break. I'm not educated in medicine, but I'm very interested in healthcare related aspects. Can I become a medical writer?
Fantastic. It's a big yes from my side, as far as I understand. Like as I said previously, also while answering Priya's question, that medical writing, again, if you are whether you are on a career break or you are not, definitely you can do it. Because the thing is that when you are on a career break, you need flexibility. So probably you cannot work in a 9 to 5 way. If you are looking for a job, you need flexibility. So you can always become a freelancer in this case, and just make your own time and try to get clients, and try to crack something and start your journey. So again, if you are thinking that it is not possible, it is very much possible. There are a lot of websites where you can just put up your profile, like there is freelancer.com, where you can put up your profile as a freelancer, and you can write what exactly you want, what kind of subjects you are liking to write about, and that would be your start point. And accordingly, definitely, as I said, that this field requires some skills. So you really have to take up upgrade yourself in that. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Any questions from your side, Rujuta?
Yes, ma'am. There is one more question that is, I have been in academics for a very long time. I have
Hmm.
published a lot of papers by now. I was thinking
Hmm.
if I can step into writing career as a freelancer, is it a good idea to do so?
That's a very interesting question. Yes. Well, this field of medical writing or scientific writing actually is open to anybody at any career level. As I said, that if you are a very experienced person, then scientific writing or writing a research paper or that kind of a thing would not be a problem. It is always a good idea to start anything, and the day one is today. This is my understanding, because until and unless you step into the world, you will not understand how it works, and there is no predictability map for any career path. So just that, I'm not telling you to jump into the ocean, but if you are thinking to utilize your experience in terms of like as you said, that like the question was like the because of the publications that you have, then probably if you can start as a freelancer. But before you start as a freelancer, my suggestion would be that you see what is the game of being a freelancer. Because freelancer is equal to doing a business. It is just not verbal that I'm freelancer. So it has certain it has definitely many advantages. Many minuses are also there. The minus will pop up only when you are not aware of it and you struggle a lot. So my idea is that before you always start your journey at some point, like as I already told, see about your LinkedIn profile, use LinkedIn, because I prefer LinkedIn because it's a very professional platform and your visibility is organic. You don't spend money to gain visibility there. So but you have to be consistent, so you do something like that, and at the same time you take up some courses, or just see how freelancers actually work, follow somebody on the internet, because world is of information. So I think that's not a problem at all, and you can definitely do it. Don't delay it, that is all. That is what I would like to say. Yeah. So
Yes.
I think would you like to answer this question, Rujuta, on screen? It's I think it's from a periodontist. So I thought it would be a nice thing to give to, if you want to like to take it up. So Dr. Suhani Goel says
Yes.
that how to kickstart the career as a scientific writer. I'm a periodontist. I think periodontist to periodontist
Yeah.
probably. Yeah. Yes. You can just
So
yeah.
yeah, so my answer would start with a question here first. Is that again, scientific writing or medical writing basically has got so many categories, as ma'am has already explained also. So, first try to understand what are the different kinds of categories and where your interest lies in. So definitely you can start as a scientific writer. For example, now as I have already faced and I've come through the journey of being a periodontist, I know what we go through and what all we have learned and what all we actually are good at. So if scientific writing or if research article writing is what you think you can do, start with that. If you think that no, instead of using that typical scientific jargon, I want to do something wherein I want to simplify that complex medical science and put it across in front of patients. So there is patient education and different kinds of medcom agencies also. So you can go and try your hands over there. There is another sector wherein you, if you think that no, I want to do I want to write about regulatory documents and typical clinical trial and clinical research kind of stuff, then definitely go ahead, because be periodontist or dentist or somebody with a medical background has got a plus point that they know about these terminologies. Just that one plus point gives you more scope into get into regulatory document writing as well. So any point, any time, you can start your career as a scientific writer. So I guess my answer for that would be a big yes, a thumbs up for that.
I think that's a wonderful answer. Thank you. I think, Dr. Suhani, you got your answer, and thank you for the question and being here. Well, I can see probably some more questions, two questions that can be answered. So, uh, Rujita, would you like to take this question from Sanket Palve? Do you conduct any course on medical writing? Okay, that's a good question for us. All right. Yeah. Would you like to answer that, or you want me to? Okay, I think you can take that.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah, so Sanket, we are coming up with the course, and we are very glad to announce that June 15th we are coming up with the fundamental course on scientific and medical writing. We have so many, we are going to cover the scientific and medical writing components in detail with the um, uh, so many different kinds of aspects, like whatever has been we have discussed till now, everything apart from that, the technical writing, the your presentation, and how you should be pursuing your career in your medical writing, everything from A to Z we are going to cover in our course. We have international faculties, and we are very excited to launch it, and it's going to be on June 15th. We'll be putting up the details in the comment section, so please go through. Yes ma'am, and ma'am will be elaborating about it also more. Yes ma'am.
Yeah, I think I just put up the link in the comment. If you can just watch it. And thank you for that question, Sanket. The thing is that this course is fundamental, because I think that's what is necessary. And we are not only covering just only medical marketing, research writing, and then leaving you apart, because there are certain elements, like even you need a basic understanding of statistics. Yeah, you cannot be a expert in statistics in just one course, but then you should have some understanding. Well, so we have included those kind of thing. Another thing, for any industry to thrive, like if you are, I don't know your profession, but if you are a dentist, if you are a doctor, if you are an engineer, if you are an IT professional, if you are somebody like a researcher, whatever be the industry, any industry, we need certain interpersonal skills to be there. So we are covering that aspect also, like how, what kind of interpersonal skills you should develop, so that you can thrive on this industry well, because there are certain ways of communication in each industry, as we all know that. So what I'm trying to say is this course, this is fundamental in a true sense, because we start from scratch. So yeah, and I've put up the link. You can just check our website. It's www.gnden.com, and you can just check the course details. And if you're interested, we'll be very happy if you are joining. So thank you for that question. So I think we have one more question to take up, which I see is. I am currently pursuing graduate degree in Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry. Is this the correct time to start building my career in medical writing? Fantastic question. And thank you, Rekha, for asking that question. The only thing that I will tell is a big yes. The earlier you start, earlier is the better. Because since you are a student, you are starting, you are studying now, so you will have a flexibility more to delve into this industry, understanding the different parameters. You will also have a better scope in actually understanding that, you have a time for test and try. So for example, publishing paper, you can try that. If it is not working for you, you can do something in communication. So there are a lot of things that you can do. And definitely, as you ask the question, that is this the correct time to start building my career, it will be always a yes for me, from me. Because I think uh, starting early is always a good thing in any field. So yeah, I think in the comments or chat, I don't see any more questions. Is there anything else, Rujuta, that you have, or uh, is there any more questions in your bucket? I think there's some network issue. Okay. So Rujita, can you hear me? Okay, I got another question. All right.
There is no question, ma'am. I have a keen interest in writing.
Sorry, Rujita, there is some network issue from your side. Okay, I would take up the
Yes, yes,
question.
ma'am, I hear you.
Yeah, I will take up this question. Nikita writes, I have 11 months experience as a medical writer, and unfortunately, I lost my job. I'm so sorry to know this. I would like to work as a regulatory writing. Would you provide
Yes.
any tips into enter into regulatory writing? Well,
Can you hear me now?
Nikita, just that I would like to tell you that it is unfortunate that you lost your job. Well, that's not the end of the world, so don't get disheartened. That is my first thing, first answer to you. Second, it's a very good thing that you have niched down already, that you want to work as a regulatory writer. This is something which many people can't do. So you have to just check what are the opportunities that comes in when it is in the field of regulatory writing. So what kind of skills do you need in getting into this regulatory writing field? What kind of companies are thriving? So it is two three things I can tell you. One thing, this is my way of doing things. So for example, when I was a student, and I have been through my whole academic or professional career, every time what I do, that if I really want to learn something in depth, I start trying to teach somebody. So or write about it, because when you do this, then you yourself will do a lot of research. So this way you can understand that what are the things that are inside regulatory writing career. So if you are looking for it, then you have to start this way, that probably you just start writing blogs on, you read blogs and write on your own, and try to establish your credibility. And again, I will stress, use LinkedIn for this. Second, is that there are like, if there are certain skills, like you have to get some certifications, or probably if you have to get understand health policies, for example. So how do those things work? how the and what kind of companies. So whether it is pharmaceutical company that you want to go, whether it is dental companies that you want to go, whether it is medical device manufacturing industry that you want to go. So this you have to do a thorough research and see where you as a person, you get that synergy. So that is very important. And second thing, that I would always tell, that if you are looking for a job, next job, definitely go for it. But my suggestion always is that never depend on one thing. You should have multiple stream of income. So I, when it comes to medical or scientific writing, the best part is that, this is the only industry who might give you some flexibility to become a full-time or part-time employee, as well as have your own freelancing opportunity. Because you can take your clients can be from your own known circle. So you take some amount of money which is from the with the industry standards, and then that gives you more flexibility. At least you have something, and when, until and unless you don't feel lost. So I wish you all the best, Nikita, and I think it's just a matter of time, so don't worry. One job is not the end of the world. So I think we lost Rujita due to connection error, and I think we answered a lot. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining this live session. It was fantastic to have your questions, and that is what we were looking forward. So I think we will bid a goodbye, and take care. And if you would be listening this in a recorded version by any chance, so you can put your questions in the comment section of the video. And I hope we could share some value which was useful for you. Thank you and take care. Bye bye. Good night.